out of here already.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time. Awesome. So how was your guys' weekend? Is that what you're saying?
Weekend was fun. I actually took second behind Nathan in karting.
Yeah, I'm mad at you.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
That's why.
He didn't tell us that we were doing it.
We're gonna get this guy out there too.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
See
You see the screenshot I sent Nathan?
No.
So you guys must have did some racing up there. And then I went a week later, and I was only like 3 spots behind him in time.
Oh,
Really?
That
Was he
weird.
still? Is he on the leaderboard or something?
It was the monthly or the weekly, the weekly or monthly leaderboard thing. I was like, oh crap!
My daughter had it for a while because she had a bump lap. It was like a 12-second bump lap.
I would not even said it. I was just been like, wow, yep. That's why I was in the back, was just so that you guys knew, like, just let you guys have your little time of fame here. Awesome. All right, well, welcome back to another episode of the Bench Racing Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Crane, with Jimmie IE Turbo.
Hello.
Whoop, whoop. And our special guest, Dustin Holland. For you guys that are wondering, that's why I flipped my hat, Bill, and it's because of him. So, yeah, there you go. See, he was doing it before it was cool. So we have a great show ahead of us tonight. We are doing it a little bit differently, too, so that's going to be fun. But real quickly, some priority info. Before I forget, live audience show August 5th at Hold My Beer. The link is in the description for the event. So hopefully see you guys there. We're going to have free axe throwing. But just please don't throw the axes at us.
No.
We wouldn't want that. So check that out. And we're with the new format. This episode is presented by Rouge Helmets and Jack's Helmet Design. Now I don't know about you, but how fast did you get it back?
From Jack, it only took maybe 2 weeks. And it's flawless. I mean,
That's a good turnaround.
yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and he pretty much asked me what I wanted, and he pinpointed it perfect. So, thanks, Jack.
Yes.
Great work. And if anyone needs their helmet painted, I would get in contact with Jack's Helmet Design.
Heck yeah. Same thing. Did an amazing job. Fluorescence, he's a really good fluorescent painter.
Yes, and he tells me his favorite color is orange.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, like the 19 on the back. When in doubt, throttle out. Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think that's on my... Is that the same with the street stock?
Absolutely.
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 Yeah.
Come on now.
Awesome. All right. Can barely hear you from Joseph. I hope not sound issues again, because that would be awesome. So, yeah. I mean, the mic's turned up on our side, so yeah. Let's hopefully it works. What's up, Dave? Karen Porter watching from Ocala, Florida. Thank you so much, Karen, for tuning in. It's not a bench racing podcast without you tuning in. So real quickly about our guest here, Dustin. I had someone at church ask me, what is a street stock? So how would you describe a street stock to someone that knows about Wilmot but doesn't really go a lot?
Take your old 80s, oh man, it's not a spot with that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so, street stock, I mean, they're not even what they used to be. So, just basically take a car and gut it with a V8.
Yeah.
And put a cage in and go race.
Okay.
Simple enough for that, because it's a street car. It used to be a street car.
Yeah.
We're on a street chassis or frame.
Frame, yeah.
Put
Okay.
a V8 motor in it.
Yeah.
And go.
Nice.
Stock car, it's just, how do you explain it? Like, it does. It's like, you can take an older car, you can put a chassis. It's not a 4-cylinder. It's not a little,
V6.
V6.
Yeah.
It's a full-size car. And
okay, because that's what I told her. I was like, it's thinking like the cars from back like the 80s and 90s, like in 70s.
The old NASCARs.
Yeah, like they're just V8s. That's why I call them street stock, is because you're just supposed to put a cage in them and go race them.
Right.
But yeah, now, like how many street stocks are actual?
Like if you look at like tell them maybe look at that old Dale Earnhardt, the Wrangler car.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we raced basically. If you look at it.
On dirt, which is
on dirt.
Which is
I mean, they do it on asphalt too, the same chassis style.
Okay.
Their body styles all over the country.
And how many? Because like your car looks lights out, especially with the monster truck tires.
Oh,
underneath
sure.
it. Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. Someone else asked me, "Oh, we're having a monster truck driver on," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, you don't know about the photo. You don't know about the story, which we'll get into too." All right, so we have loud and clear, and also it's a bit quiet but can hear. Okay, so
Quiet
mixed,
is good.
yeah, mixed. Oh wait, you know what? I'm on YouTube. Hang on, let me try. Okay, hopefully, let me know if that works because that is on Facebook. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Sometimes. Oh yeah, now it's picking up better on YouTube. So awesome. Well, thank you everyone on YouTube for tuning in as well. If you have any questions that you'd like us to ask Dustin or us answer, just please comment. Same thing with Facebook. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, so we're gonna get into a little bit about our special guest here, Dustin. Why number 53?
Well, my first race car was a 1977 Monte Carlo. I was 15 years old.
Okay.
I show up in the garage. My grandpa's like, "Here's your race car," and I already had 53 on it.
Okay.
So, and he had a 53 Chevy
Okay.
Bel Air as well. So it was just, I don't know. I can't remember if he did it or I don't know.
If it just came with it.
If it came, because the car actually used to be the old number 53 at Lake Geneva Raceway.
Okay.
Oh crap! It's on the tip of my tongue. But so I think there was just a little common core with that, and then it was just we just stuck with it.
Just stuck. Yeah, there's
Just
not
stuck,
that many
and
53s out there, right?
I don't think so. You
Yeah.
know, like growing up, you always were like racing NASCAR games. You never seen a 53 in a NASCAR game.
Yeah. Never a 53.
Until they said, okay, we're going to make a game and you can put your own number.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's kind of a little bit the reason why we changed to 59 is that there's no 59s. Really, like there's like the Daytona prototype car. You know, there used to be the Kingsford 59 car,
Mm-hmm.
charcoal car. So yeah, it's just having your own number is kind of cool.
Right, it's unique too.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a lot, you know, people like the numbers and then to be able to do stuff with the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to do it with those numbers to make them look slick, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
graphic wise, because you're only limited to so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then the ones that look cool up close, you can't read in the stands, and the ones that you can read in the stands, you're like, really? Like,
Absolutely, right.
Yeah. All right, and then nickname. I only know you as Dirty D.
Yeah. Well, that was for my grandpa too, back in the day.
And you got a hoodie with Dirty D on it.
And that was, you know, he named me Dirty Dustin.
Dirty Dustin.
So I just shortened it up to Dirty D.
Dirty D.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was for my grandpa because I was always in the mud, playing in the dirt as a little kid, you know.
There you
So
Yeah.
that's where that came from.
Yeah, and look at you now.
Yeah, still playing in the mud.
Yeah.
Every chance I can get, you know, right.
And I see that you have an 01. So did you run 53? You ran 53 for a bit, but was it a couple years ago you went to an 01?
Yeah, so the 01 was actually in remembrance of my grandpa, Walter Vaughn Holland.
Gotcha, okay.
And he ran the 01 Javelin back at Lake Geneva back in the day.
Okay.
Back in the 70s, late 70s. So I did a concept and just threw it back and did the remembrance. And if you look on the car, I have like little 53s indented in the car.
Nice.
For
Oh,
the
yeah.
graphics, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a throwback in remembrance of him.
Yeah,
Did a couple of years.
Because that 01, you had Will Lynn do your rock screen, right? The spider web.
The spider one, yeah.
That was pretty slick.
Yeah,
Different.
and that car, I've had that car since 2003.
So that's the same car that you're still driving.
No.
Okay.
That one's retired.
That one's retired.
she's old and abused, and yeah, she's done.
Got a few wins under
She's
her
got
hood, and
What? She's 21 years old right now. Yeah, she's got. I retired her 2 years ago, 3 years
That
ago.
was your OG Lake Geneva car, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
also that car
Yeah.
saw pavement and dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much setup difference is there with the street stocks that you can do?
Nowadays, like huge, because you're offsetting your cage back.
Okay.
You know your weights. placements of your roll height, your roll center, and all that, but shocks, springs,
Yeah.
But you can still do it. There's guys at Wilmot right now that have old Lake Geneva cars. They're still doing it. I mean, you can get it done.
Murtis, right? Craig?
I'm not 100% sure. I know Keith Stitch.
Okay.
The red car.
Yeah.
And white car.
Okay.
That was an old Geneva car.
Yeah.
I believe there's a couple of old Geneva cars still out there. I mean, they can work.
Yeah.
Tommy Holman's old car was a Geneva car. And multi-check champion at Wilmot.
Mm-hmm. He was number 53, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I always got you two guys confused. Did you ever drive his cars?
No.
No. Okay.
Ramal drove his car.
That's who. Okay, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's the one that rolled. Was that the Bandit that he rolled over in turn 2 and drove off? Or was that a street stock that he rolled over? Because I thought there was a Bandit too with the 53.
There was, yeah. That was.
Okay.
I can't remember who that was, but.
Okay.
Like a team kind of deal,
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember. I think it was.
But
Bandit.
I think it was the Bandit as well. Yeah.
Rolled it over and then just drove off from his own red flag. I mean, Tommy did
I would
it.
too. I would too. Roll and go.
Whoa, I didn't stop.
If I'm good, I'm good. Let's go. You gotta come on.
Yeah, you gotta feel that thing out before they call red to know if you gotta bring it back to the work area.
Absolutely.
Can kind of guess there. All right, and then how did you get into racing?
Again, my grandfather.
Okay.
Yep. So, just going to the track as a young boy, he was always racing there as well. And then he was a car owner for a couple of years, and then I was at age, 15 years old, going racing.
Nice.
Jumped into a 1977 Monte Carlo street stock. And
Nice.
We started off in the pits and, got on the track. I was doing little laps, slowly. There's actually one time where he got into the side of the car. All right, let's go. He's hanging on, no helmet, no seat belts, no seat, just holding on the cage. Here's me, 15 years old. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't even have a driver's license. Never drove a never drove a car. Really.
You made it.
Go.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's go. A couple laps, he's in, out. He's like, you got it now? I'm like, yeah, got it.
Yeah, got the hang of it. Was that is that Lake Geneva or Wilmot?
That was at Lake Geneva Raceway, yeah.
Oh man,
and
with no helmet.
With no helmet. Ooh. And then I had Kevin Dawson sitting on the pit entrance, or exit. He's like, well, I'm going to sit here and time you to see if you can race with the big dogs. I'm like, all right. He's like, I want you to keep your left front tire on that white inside line. And I have a time that I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
Well, there goes nothing. White or left front tire right on that white tire, or right on that white line. He told me not to leave that line.
Yeah.
I gotta set that pace. But I set that pace, and he let me race the following weekend. There you
go.
So
I wonder how much of that's the speed and how much of it's like, let's see if he just listens. Like, so when you're starting somewhere, you're like, okay, now just like ease up and like don't drive it in real hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Wow. So you had laps at Lake Geneva. That's nice.
Yeah,
I never
cool.
had.
I won a feature there too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in 05.
And that was obviously a street stock.
Yeah.
So you've been only racing street stocks then? Your main
yeah,
cars
it's all
street
I've been racing street stocks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want racing to take you?
Oh, dirt late models.
Dirt late models.
Dirt late models.
Nice.
Who doesn't want to drive a dirt late model?
I mean, I'm a sprint car guy, and I'd love to jump into a late model.
Wouldn't it be great? Just the way they react.
Yeah.
Just they're crazy. You go straight and
yeah. I just like the thing that boggles my mind is with the sprint car, your tires are way out here, but then your blind spot's only about this wide. Because the way the sprint cars are built. Like when you're standing behind a late model, you're like, I can't see anything.
Right, you can't see through it. Especially when it gets all up on the bars.
Yeah.
Sliders. That's why the sliders are sliders there.
Yeah, slider die.
You see him going by, you're like, oh, all right, it's going to go.
Yeah.
If
he gets into me, he can't see me. He at that point, yeah.
You got to think, though, he's got body panels. You don't have body panels, so you're a little bit more cautious on your sliders. These guys are just like, boom. It's all right. Knock the front clip off the guy. It's all right.
Yeah. Front clips are a pain. My dad ran late models.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the sportsman late models.
Sure.
And he was just like, "There's so much body panels." like every week. And
Whoa.
that's kind of why I stepped more towards the sprint car stuff when we went dirt racing.
And look what they're doing now with the bodies. Look at the modifieds that they're doing. They're all skewed and curved, and it's ridiculous that how they are. So
yeah, especially if you see a modified coming towards you, it looks like it's like up like this driving. You're like,
right.
You're not even at throttle yet. You're just idling, and the car doesn't even look like it. Oh, we got Charlie Landcore here. Hell yeah, Dustin. Late models is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie, are you excited for July 29th, I think it is, with the World of Outlaw late models going to Wilmot?
That'll be a show.
So, we've been invited to do a podcast live at Wilmot for the World of Outlaw late models.
That's cool.
Which is great, because I was going to go regardless.
Yeah.
Because it's a Monday night.
Yeah.
We're not racing anywhere, and I actually really want to see the best. Not saying that like the Kings or Hell Tour or whatever it is, like they're not
they're good for
they're
where they're
good,
at.
yeah. They're
good for their league, they're good for they'll come and compete with them other guys, but
like they're just the IRA version of late models. Like they're really good, but we're gonna see the best, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know who I need
like
to cheer
Devin
for.
Moran and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Oh man, now
Herb.
I might have to kiss my fork.
Brandon Overton, is he?
No.
Overton, I think.
Or is he Lucas?
McCready.
Yeah.
No, he's in the Rocket one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pierce.
Herb.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky.
Dennis Herb. And
There's gonna be I'm so
it's gonna
excited.
be a packed event again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well get your tickets now.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now because they're gonna get sold out.
Yeah. It's gonna be. Oh, Charlie Lancourt here. Pierce will win it.
Sure.
Yeah, because he's ran at Wilmot before, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think he'd be like maybe the favorite to win.
They used to have late models back in the day there.
Yeah.
2011, 2012 at Wilmot.
Yeah. Was
They
that?
had the big cars.
But that wasn't World of Outlaws, though, was it? Wasn't that Lucas?
I think that was Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's pretty close to Lucas and Outlaw.
Yeah.
They're pretty. I mean, pick your group.
Yeah, it'd be like World of Outlaws, High Limit. Like they're the best of the best in both worlds, and they're just two different series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Summer Nationals. That's what it was there, right? Summer Nationals. Or is that?
It was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember going to that. But I was still racing go-karts, I think. Yeah. That's been a few laps ago. All right, another question for you. When did you know you wanted to race? Was that before you got in the car, or was it like when you got in the car and you're like, no, I want to race now for sure?
Oh, I've known since I was a little boy.
Okay.
I was always in dirt bikes, bicycles, or
Yeah.
anything that I could go fast and try to go fast, and go-karts and all that stuff. But
And street stocks are a lot safer than motocross.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. But it's just being around it your whole life too.
Yeah.
Going to the event, watching, sleeping in the race cars.
Yeah.
It's just being around it. So.
Oh yeah.
Just hearing stories, and it's like, oh, that's why I want to be that one day. I want to be that one day. It sounds cool,
Yeah.
And now you're doing it,
And it just feels like every day now, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you've had probably thousands of laps at Wilmot.
Oh, over. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So if you had over thousands of laps, can you remember? You already kind of touched on it already, but do you remember your very first lap?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that was like in 2007, and we just transferred the car over, and I think I broke because I got pictures of it on the wrecker coming back in. Yeah, it was a bad time.
Good memory, but bad
good
memory.
Time. Yeah, and then I think we were off for a year, and then we went back, did all right. Then we went back in 2010 and ran decent-ish.
Okay.
Decent. We won one feature, a special.
There you go.
The end of year special, we won that. So I can't complain about that.
That's always like a nice way to go into winter, to end on a high with a special win.
Yeah, because then when we came back, I went to Bahama brackets, totaled the car, moved the rear stub over 3.5 feet.
Oh,
For hitting the
3.5
wall.
feet?
Yeah, the wall at Rockford is hard.
Not anymore, unfortunately.
No, it's still there though. So, but no, it hard. So then we got that fixed that following year or that winter, and then went out and clean sweeped it 3 times in a row in 2011.
Bent it fast.
Bent it right back over the right way, you know.
So you ran at Wilmot, Lake Geneva, Rockford, assuming 141.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I love that track.
Me too.
I fell on that track, like, what, 2011? We
Okay.
went up there for a special. Oh, the specials was great back then.
Yeah.
You know, but the track was amazing. It was fast, tacky, you know. It was moving.
It's definitely, I feel, a Fender track. It's
Yeah.
like when we go up there, it's nice and smooth, but like the big tires, we just can't get into the track a lot. So.
Does the banking screw you guys up? Because, you know, that's pretty banked, right? To you guys compared to, like, most tracks you guys race on.
Yeah, I guess. Ooh, that's a really good question, actually. I think Beaver Dam would be the most big.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, true.
But, you know, we've only ran there at
Sycamore
most
is
2
pretty big
times
too,
a
but-
year. You know, so it's kind of like, but we went to 141 2 times in 1 year. But, like, I don't notice the banking as much in 1 and 2 until you get off of 2 and you can feel the banking drop off.
Sure.
It's kind of like you don't realize that you're going up a bank, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, it's going away. What was that? But 3, it like drops you in a little bit when you're on the top.
Okay.
And then you got to whoa it up before you hit the wall.
Yeah,
4.
right, because that wall comes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
coming out of 4, you're like, all right. Or coming in 3, minute 3, you're like, I got this. And then that wall just boom,
Yeah.
comes in.
And it doesn't help
fast.
when you're going down the back chute and the straight's getting narrower and narrower, and you're like, this feels weird.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, you're running there wide open. Do you run wide open anywhere?
141, I can.
141? Okay.
Wilmot, like, a couple times in the heat races when it's all tacky on the high side.
Because you guys don't qualify, right? Or rarely do you
Well,
qualify.
we did this year. We qualified.
Did you like that?
Group 5 qualifying. I don't know. It was sloppy, so it was wet. So like
Yeah, they didn't really hook up. You're just
they did,
you're just on
you know,
top
and
of
you're
it.
like, whatever. I mean, I got one, second fast time.
Okay.
The last night we were out, championship night. So that was pretty nice.
Okay.
After having poor qualifying efforts, I'd say. But
Yeah. So
it was nice to get top 2.
so your format was qualify, invert the fastest 4 in each heat,
Yeah.
and then line straight up, or was there an invert in the future?
I think there was an invert
Or
in the feature too.
okay.
Yeah, because someone had to
Pull, yeah, okay.
or the dice or whatever that is.
Okay.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, I hate that job
That's
because you grab one and you're like, I don't even know what I want.
Right. What does this matter?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You win 2 heat races back-to-back weeks, and one weekend you qualify really good, and the next weekend you qualify bad, and you get the opposite for what would help you. Yeah.
It's mind-boggling sometimes, and it's
I mean, I'm gonna die on this hill, but I feel that we should not have an invert for the future. I think if you worked your butt off in the heat race, you deserve to start in the front, not based off your qualifying time, especially with group qualifying. Because if it's that important, then we should be single car. Because then we can't get anybody in our way.
But then it's boring.
Yeah, that's
Fast guy should be in the back and work
Yeah.
your way through,
Yeah.
Was that the fast guy?
just like Geneva used to.
Oh
do.
yeah. Yeah, you fast quick time, then you go to the back.
Was there
And your top 3 or top 4 out of the heat go in the back too.
Yeah, because I
And
think
then-
I've seen
then
you
it's
come
way
from the
for-
back before, and I don't know if you won it or damn near won it. My uncle's done it multiple times, and my uncle's friend's done it multiple times. It's possible. It can
Oh,
be
yeah.
done.
Yeah. I don't know. Because if there's a cash prize for it, that's like worth something.
Yeah.
Not like $50, because it's like no, it's like
Yeah.
we can win $625 if we sandbag.
Yeah, right. So,
Right, so
yeah.
You
Well, on a weekly's basics, if you're basic, you're
Yeah.
doing it. You know who the sandbagger is, and they're like,
Yeah.
all right, and then they catch on to it, and then you get penalized for being a sandbagger.
Yeah. I mean, I suck at qualifying.
Me too.
It's the worst.
Me too. I hate it.
You did pretty good though this past year.
Well,
BG
thank you.
spinner.
Thank you. I
If I
feel
can
like
remember correctly.
We only had like 2 times we were outside the top 10. So it was.
You got quick time once or twice?
Twice, I think.
Yeah.
But guess where that put us? 10th in the main. So I was like,
Right, was that
why? I might as well just
sandbag it.
I might as well just lift just to just to slow them down a couple hundredths of a
just
second.
drag the brake a little bit. Don't lift. Just drag the brake a little bit.
You don't want to qualify 10th.
Yeah,
you just want
right,
to qualify. I think
3rd, 4th,
5th through 7th. If you qualify there, you got a pretty good shot at starting on the front row. What's up, Sean? Awesome. Well, we have a great partner holding my beer, and they've have us have some beer here. We have Snowden Cinnamon and Down the Hatchet. So Snowden Cinnamon is more like apple pie, and Down the Hatch is more like their version of like a Miller Lite kind of beer.
Sure.
So which one should we open first? Don't all answer at once.
Snowden Cinnamon.
Snowden Cinnamon?
That one sounds like it might hit good. So
Okay. Jimmie IE, do you have any questions for
I
Dustin?
did until you took every single one.
Oh. Every single one?
Just about.
Ouch.
Ouch. I got one though. That's what you say you ran multiple tracks, and 141's your favorite. Now, what is your favorite between dirt and asphalt? Like, do you prefer running asphalt better, or do you enjoy the dirt racing more? I know this is probably the stupidest question to ask.
It's not stupid. It's been so long since I ran asphalt.
Yeah. I just talked to a bunch of guys, and they say, there's times that, like James Swan, he's ran dirt a couple times. He likes it, but he prefers his asphalt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I would love to go back on it and try.
Give it a whirl. Yeah.
But I would like to do it in a late model.
There you go.
Jefferson.
Ooh.
Late model.
What's one track that you haven't raced at that you want to get to? Whether it's in a street stock late model.
Oh man. Madison would be cool. The big track, the half mile.
That's pavement, right?
Yeah.
Miles pavement. Yeah, okay.
If we're talking dirt, I haven't done Gravity yet. The new Chilton. I did the old Chilton.
When was the new Chilton?
2000 and I don't know. I'm gonna be wrong on it.
Like within the last
Gravity
5
Park.
years.
Yeah.
Within the last 5 years. Okay.
A little bit longer, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then we ran at the new Chilton.
So 2013 was, or 14 was like Chilton, the old Chilton.
Okay.
We're talking.
Gotcha. With the sprint cars, I was like, it's fun, but we have no business being here.
It's so tight and small.
Yeah. Like we were lucky we didn't have any red flags. I feel like massive pileups, but I think that was just because it was like that first year at a track where everyone's like, we're not sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get moving, though, you get more confident.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
But I've seen cars go off in the cornfield on a show.
Mm-hmm.
They come on the backstretch and they just miss coming out of 2.
Yeah.
And they go right in the cornfield.
Yeah, you come out and you got cobs.
Yeah.
I wonder if radiator steamed corn on the cob is better than grilled.
Ooh.
I'd like to try. Yeah.
Well, you guys don't get that hot, do you?
Nah, but besides, we got a bunch of them. Well, we don't have.
That's tasty.
Yeah. What do you think, Jimmy? Real quick with the beer.
It's very good, actually.
Yeah, it does taste like apple pie.
Like it could get you in trouble.
Yes. Yes. Figured out why
it's
they call
smooth,
them.
though. It is smooth.
Figured out why they call them crawlers. Because you drink it all, he'll be crawling.
Yeah, right.
I thought it was growlers for like most of my life, but yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, it's crawler.
Crawler.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, makes sense.
It sure does.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our main topic of the show, presented by Next Gen Pumps, veteran-owned, American-made, warranty like no other. If you are looking for some pumps, check out Tom Brown in Silver Lakes, or if you need some tires, check out Tom Brown at Next Gen Pumps for your Hoosier tire need. We're talking street stock predictions, which I feel bad because I looked at my schedule. I don't have a modified driver on before the season opener. So I'll still do it. It just might be a little bit easier.
I know a couple of people you could probably bring in. A couple of guys.
Half of it was because of what was going on, and I was just like, is half of them them? Was that,
Could it be them?
could it be them?
I mean, I'm sure Nick and Mike would love to.
Oh, hands down.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's start off here with Jimmie IE. Gap between first and second in points. Facebook, if you have a prediction for any of these any of these subtopics, I guess you want to call it, any of these questions, please feel free to comment. I'll write it down, and we'll see who
predicting
wins.
for this coming year.
For this 2024 season, the points between first and second. You don't have to tell me who, just the points between them.
Ooh.
Because there's 8 races.
Mm-hmm.
Total.
So that's another one. If there's going to be 40 versus 8.
Right.
Because if there's 40.
Or 15 back
19.
in 2019.
19 points.
19 points.
Mm.
I think last time you said 19 too. It's a good number. We got Charlie Landcore here with 40 points. All right. Dustin.
That was close. I was thinking about 45.
45? Okay.
Yep.
And how many points is it to win? Or like a future race? Because you get heat race points too, right?
You get qualifying points.
And, okay.
Heat race points.
So,
and feature points.
So like a perfect night's what? Like 90 something, 100
It's
something?
like 100, maybe even 2 something, I think. Or, well, let's find out. We can find out.
Yeah, you find out, and I will go. I'll split the difference. I'll say.
150, I believe.
150. Okay.
Yeah, 150 for cleaning house.
Gotcha.
First is 150 points.
150.
Yep.
So you did it.
No, that was Rob Mall.
Ah.
Yeah.
Frickin' frat. I'm gonna go with 28 points between first and second in street stocks.
My best was 146. 146 points.
Why didn't you try just a little bit harder?
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
I messed up.
I don't think I've ever had.
Messed up.
I've never had. I think my highest score ever was 91 points in a night. I think that's.
How many can you get total?
I think it's 100. I'm assuming it's that. Cause
We should know these things.
Yeah, we should.
But we're race car drivers.
Yeah, we just turn and burn. We just turn until we see the checker flag.
Right.
Jimmie, you should know these things.
That's why our wives. That's why our wife should, know the numbers, right?
Ashley would be like, just go. Don't worry about how many points you're gonna have or not have.
No, it's points. Man, points.
Points is a grind.
On championship night too.
All right, let's go with Dustin for this one. Ooh. Most feature wins. Give me a driver that's going to have the most feature wins.
I think actually Blake will.
Blake Cruiser. Got the last name. Let's go. Yep. See, I'm a man of all race car drivers, okay? I'm not just sprint cars.
Just sprint cars.
All right, so Blake Cruiser. I mean, that was an easy one because he's number 19.
Yeah, right.
My old number for my whole life. Jimmie, most feature wins.
It's hard because I don't know who's all going to be running this year.
Got 8 nights.
Yeah, there's 8 nights.
Mall's out.
Mall's not racing?
Mall's not racing.
Oh, I'm glad I said.
Oh.
Is it for daughter?
Yeah.
She's
I think he's
racing
taking the year off. And
yeah, because she's racing.
Wants to build up her career. But Cody Potter ain't racing. He's done.
Then you know
done or forced voluntold done.
He's done with Wilmot.
Okay.
I mean,
the way this guy here performed towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
If he can bring that into this year, I could see Dustin.
Dustin? Yeah. Okay. Dustin Holland, let's go.
He had a hot rod towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it turned on.
Yeah.
As soon as I got rid of that push.
And that fireball, right?
Yeah, fireball. That was just the transmission. Thank the Lord that wasn't the motor.
I was there for that night. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm. I felt a little vibration like with two to go. Or with 2 laps till it blew up. You know what I thought it was my hub axle because it backed off the week prior, and then I checked it. I felt the wheel bearing was loose. I'm like, maybe it just backed off. I'm like, it'll hold. It's got a locking nut in there and all that, so it'll hold, right? It wasn't it.
No. Too many yells that night,
You know,
right?
the rear end decided to go, and the rear end locked up, and it caused the drive shaft to accordion, and then that would cause the transmission to rotate and blow all the fucking blow all the gears off the ears off and whatnot, and that's in that high synthetic transmission fluid hits the header, it goes boom.
Yeah. It's flammable.
It was very
crazy.
flammable.
Crazy.
5 points.
Yeah. Well, I had Rob Mull for mine, but now that I know he's not, I'm gonna back Brandon Murtis up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Heard he's in a new car this year.
Oh man, you're gonna make me second guess myself now because new cars.
Well, it's not a new car. It's a
okay.
proven new car.
Okay. Nice.
It was an old Beaver Dam car.
Ooh. So that thing's somewhat. It's used to going fast.
Yeah, it's a fast car.
We got Brandon Horswell here. Bestest mensch. I didn't know Turbo had a brother. Yep. Yep. I forgot how much they look alike until I saw them together. All right. Let's go. I'll start this one off. Most heat race wins. I'm gonna go with Dustin Holland because he was just saying about
bringing the pressure.
Oh yeah. Facebook, do you have anybody that you think is going to win the most A-mains and heat races? Jimmie IE. Do you need to list the names again?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, here you can.
I think Murtis.
Murtis?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dustin?
I'm going with Josh on that one.
Josh. Okay.
Yeah. Huh?
Josh Geary.
Yeah, Josh
Geary.
Geary.
I'm just going to
Number
go Josh
10, right?
Yeah, number 10.
Oh,
That's
that
the
was...
one monster truck over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie Lancourt says the 10.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to write the 10 because that's a lot easier too.
Josh G.
Josh G. All
Or
right.
it could be a Joshy. It could be a nickname.
I'm not joshing. I'm just joshing you.
Just joshing Josh.
Yeah, just go up to him and be like, hey, I got a new nickname for you.
Right.
Josh G.
Josh
Really?
G.
No, I'm just joshing you. Oh, that's good. I like that. All right. Jimmie.
Got tears running on my eyes.
Average car count. You think the average car count per night will be? I've got to phrase that the right way.
Yeah.
Because I will say it, and then I'll get questioned, and I'll be like, wait, what do I mean?
Yeah. do I mean that?
14?
14.
I hope it's more than that.
Well, like last year, there wasn't too many.
Well, that's because they had... Well, hang on. That might be an answer to the game.
Well,
maybe.
We should just
Yeah.
wait.
Dustin, average car count.
It would be nice to see 18,
You're going 18?
but it'd probably be more like 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go 19. I think.
You're gonna go big,
Yeah, I'll go big.
I'm just thinking because there's not many.
but I'm thinking
And you're
Rockford.
Yeah, you're talking Wilmot strictly, so there's like 8 races at Wilmot.
My thought process is that because of Rockford closing and Wilmot only being 8 races, you might get more people to go. Yeah, we can chase a championship without like being somewhere every weekend.
Most definitely.
That's my thought process on that.
You have the whole month of July to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, well, so you guys aren't even in the sport class for the World of Outlaws then?
We used to be. Well, the Lucas or the Super
Yeah.
Nationals.
Okay.
Man, this track was awesome then.
Okay.
Really slick.
Charlie Lancourt says average car count 16. All right, so we're in the teens. We're in the
Yeah,
teens.
close.
All right, we'll start off with Dustin here. Most fast times.
Most fast times. I'm gonna say Blake on that one.
Oh, okay.
He was right there last year with consecutive seconds.
Okay. I got Blake Cruiser as well.
Oh.
Doubling
Yeah,
down.
that's the red Challenger, right? Charger?
No.
No?
No.
Who was that one?
I was thinking of Cruiser.
Blake's cars.
Blake's the 8.
Right.
White
There was
car.
that red.
Yeah,
All
it was
red.
red. I know it was red. Troy Lancourt says Brandon Murtis. Another great shout. Yeah, if you guys are popping up repeatedly, that's really good. On this list.
Well, yeah. Heavy hitter Rob Mull's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
That might be another question to the game, but I won't go into that. And then Jimmy, who do you think's gonna have the most fast times? For a second there, I was like, "Wait, who did I ask first?" I was like, "No, it was Dustin." I asked first. I was like, "No, I just said Blake Cruiser."
Right, Josh. We'll go Josh.
Joshing.
Josh.
Josh.
Okay, and then a bold prediction. So my bold prediction is the top 5 in points are going to be separated by 100 points.
By 100 points. What was it? Most points last year?
Not that much because remember there's 8 races.
970.
So,
977.
Yeah, so the top 5 were separated 2023 by 203 points. So that's why I'm like, if Rob can do that damage in 7 races, which may not or may be on the quiz game,
right?
I think 8. Hopefully, that gives more people a chance to keep in their hunt. Have like a good night, and a bad night doesn't hurt them that much.
Absolutely. Bad nights are bad nights.
Very bad nights. Jimmy, do you have a bold prediction? Facebook, do you have a bold prediction?
130.
You say 130? Okay, so you're going to say top 5. Okay. You said 130. Okay. And again, it doesn't have to be points. It could be like a rookie's going to come out and smash us all.
I hope there is. I hope. I really do. I hope some of
When's the
these
last-
rookie guys come up and do something.
Yeah.
I really do.
Shots
Just a couple
fired.
of them.
Shots fired.
Right, step it up.
Do you have a bold prediction? Not everyone does it, but
Let's go 150.
150. Okay.
150. 153.
153. Got to back yourself.
153.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. All right. So, recap here. Points between first and second. I said 28. Jimmy said 19. Dustin said 45. Most wins. We got Brandon Murtis, Dustin Holland, and Blake Cruiser. Most heat race win. Dustin Holland, Brandon Murtis, and Josh G. Average car count 19, 14, 18. Most fast times. Blake Cruiser, Josh G, and Blake Cruiser. And then our bold predictions are all about the top 5, separated by 100 points, 131 and 153. Bold predictions. We're done by 10 p.m. Oh, Charlie Lancourt, love that. Sometimes I say what I'm writing. I don't know if you picked up on that. But Charlie says we are done by 10.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I heard...
If you guys had starters.
Oh, opening night. On opening night. I'm going to just drive by that like you just didn't say that. No, see, race cars need to be light.
5 pounds ain't going to do anything.
Yes, it will. Because then, well, it's not, so it's not that.
Okay, 2.5 pounds then.
Well, it's not
Mini
that.
starter.
It's the other things. Then we have to have a clutch. And
Bell housing set up.
We don't have
See that?
We don't have that much room in there already.
Oh, they already make the bell housing with a starter already in it. Sorry.
No, that's like going. Street stocks need to have no fenders because then they won't.
That would be
smash
cool
into each
though.
other.
That'd be cool. You know, like look at the old mods.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Here's a question for you.
Be cool with like a street stock with no fenders, like just a fabricated hood.
Yeah. Here's a question for you.
That'd be dumb.
Are modifieds fender cars or open wheel?
They call them open wheel.
They call them open wheel.
They call them open wheel.
Yeah.
They're a hybrid probably.
Yeah, the front tires aren't covered up.
Yeah.
They've always been an open wheel because you look at it back in the day, sprint cars actually turned into mods, or the mods turned into the sprint cars.
Yeah,
you know,
super
so
modifieds. Yeah. Yeah.
What were they called? That Geneva, weren't they called when they had a special open wheel modifieds?
Yeah. And you would get the asphalt mods too. Open wheel mods. Oh, look at open wheeling.
Open wheel. Yeah.
Wheeling.
Yeah. I mean, plus they just lean on the cushion weird, and the right rear quarter panel's gone. So then the right rear's open.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, when I were down in Indiana, the modifieds don't even, they barely run like a full right rear quarter panel.
They can't.
Yeah, they like
They sag so much in the corner.
well, and they lay it on the cushion.
The rolls off.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's crazy.
You ever watch them like Wilmot? You can see like their frame hitting the bottom of coming out of coming out of two. Their right front's like hitting the freaking dirt.
That's where that hole comes from. I always wonder where that hole coming off of two.
And coming out of four.
Yeah.
Always.
4, I'm looking at the wall. Because, like, the back chute at Wilmot actually never goes straight. It really kind of curves. Well, now we'll see because they just redid the
front
wall.
stretch.
The front. Oh,
Did they do the back?
I know they added on going into 3. So if you were to just drive straight off the track,
Ooh.
just drive straight down the back chute.
Yeah, have you been there?
Now you'll actually hit the
wall.
Yeah, it's still not all the way around.
Not go
Into the trees, no.
And visit the creek.
Yeah. Maybe see Jared. Oh man. Okay. All right. We're gonna play a game here called High Side or Low Side.
High side, low side.
One of our more popular games here. And of course, it is. Oh, let me not give it away. If you want more, go ahead and grab it.
Oh, it's made right here in
Yeah.
Kenosha, eh?
Yeah. All right, so the rules of the game very easy. So we're gonna have our not Brandon's favorite game. You won one of them one time back in band camp. So we'll have Dustin I'll let Dustin pick 1 through 6. Then I will read him the question. All the answers are numerical. He just got to tell me what that number is. If he's right, he gets 2 points. And if he's wrong, Jimmie has a chance to steal for a point. And all Jimmie has to say is the correct answer is higher or lower than Dustin's answer. And then it will be Jimmie's turn. And we go back and forth, and we see who wins. All right, Dustin, 1 through 6.
5.
5. The one I'm like, you're going to know it right when I'm this. According to Google, how many feet around is Wilmot Raceway?
3/8.
3/8. How many feet?
Oh, how many feet?
Yeah, it's 3/8.
Oh, 3. Wait. Yeah, 3,000. 320. 25.
2,500?
2,500.
That is wrong, Jimmie.
High side.
High side? Wrong.
Really?
1,900 feet. 1980.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. Jimmie.
Because that would have been a quarter, would have been 25, would have been a quarter. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So that was the only one about Wilmot Raceway specifically, and all the others have to do with street stocks at Wilmot. 1 through 4 or 6, Jimmie?
3.
3. Oh, you took him so he could do the 5-3.
Rangers did though.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Represent. Dude, I seen you blow past me. I'm like, oh, there's a 53 on the back of that sticker, or that truck. IKR.
Yeah, he did get here. He's like, Dustin just got here. I'm like, oh, perfect. I run at the same time. All right.
Sorry.
What position did Cody Potter finish in 2023 in the championship?
Let's see. 7.
7. That is wrong. High side or low side? High side means higher, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm high siding it.
High siding it?
Oh yeah.
That is wrong. I picked it because it was a trick. He only ran like 1 or 2 times.
That's right. I'm like, he wasn't there all the time.
Finished 12th.
Oh, I didn't know he was that far back.
Yeah, that's why I'm like Cody Potter.
Oh, higher up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured he finished like at least like 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have went low.
Yeah, because low were in the championship order.
Yeah. Misinterpretation.
Yeah. All right. Well, the score is still 0-0. It's a nail biter. Dustin, 1, 2, 4, 6.
2.
2. Alrighty. How many points did Dustin Holland finish the 2023 Street Stock Championship with?
Whoa, he's looking.
Oh, it's still up. All right, now it's down.
He was zoomed in on that one.
There we go.
Jeremy, I didn't see it.
Oh man. All right, Dustin. How many points did Dustin Holland have, if you ever heard of him, finish the 2023 Street Stock Championship with?
400.
That is final answer?
Yeah.
That's wrong. High side or low side? More points or less points?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Low side.
Low side? Wrong.
Damn.
769. Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of funny when I put like a question about a driver in, because then they're like, wait, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Like, I should know.
Yeah, I kind of should know. I lived it, but
thought.
like, yeah. But at the end of the day, you just look at where you kind of more finish in points versus
Most
how
definitely.
many. Yeah.
Most
Unless you
definitely.
run with the Wisconsin wingless, because then you get cents per point. So you're like, oh, I can figure out my check pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Jimmy, 146.
Nice.
6. Alrighty. In a percentage, how many drivers from the top 10 in street stocks are from Wisconsin? Well,
Ooh.
so how many drivers
That's a good one.
in the top 10 are from Wisconsin in a percentage?
30%?
That is wrong. Dustin, high side or low side? High side meaning more than 30%.
Low.
That is wrong.
Oh, wow.
50-50.
Really?
Yeah, 50% Wisconsin, 50% Illinois.
Jeez, I know. Back in the Geneva days, most of them were from Illinois, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
That is-
Well, yeah, because you just hop on 12.
Yeah.
It's stay like,
right
and you're like
there.
right there.
that's
Right,
all you heard is
absolutely. And
so
50.
and so from
Yeah.
Illinois, so and so.
Yeah.
Wow, 50%.
Yeah. All right. We're back to Dustin. 1 or 4?
1.
1. Let's go. How many? Okay. How many street stock races are scheduled at Wilmot Raceway for 2024
Points or non-points?
on the schedule? So that would be non-points included.
10.
10. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you are correct. Finally, he is on the board. Dustin with 10. There are 10 street stocks with non-points included. All right, so now Jimmy has to get this one. Just the tie, so no pressure.
Got a tiebreaker question? Dun dun
I thought about it. But, well, I guess we'll have to do it whoever got it first. Which you did, so. I don't think he's going to get this, though. He might, though. You might. I think you could guess your way to the correct answer,
Okay.
but I don't think Jimmy could. I'm sorry. And the last 4 years of the street stock points, so 2020 to 2023, because that's what Wilma has on her website. What was Rob Mall's average championship finishing position? So I think you could, and I will. There are 2 numbers that you could give me, and I would count them correct. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Average position?
Average finishing position for the last 4 years in the championship.
Second?
So 2?
Yeah.
No. Higher as in 1, or lower as in lower
I just bit myself.
than 2.
I
I don't want to give any clues.
So, higher would be.
Higher would be number 1.
So higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
You think his average position for the last 4 years was first?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be wrong. It is 3.5.
Oh.
He won the championship in 2021
yes.
and 2023, finished third in 2022, and finished ninth in 2020 because he didn't run all. He only ran 4 races, and guess what? He won those 4 races, but he wasn't racing for points that year. So, yeah. So, Rob Mall, killing it.
Sure is.
So, Dustin Holland wins.
No, I was gonna say 3.
2-0. But yeah, so it was 3.5, and then I forgot to tell you before you went that like it's a decimal.
Sure.
But then I didn't want to give it away. That was gonna be a decimal. So I'm like, if you say 3 or 4, I would kind of give you that one. So
in between.
Yeah, in between. In between.
Right.
Yes.
Half a point.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So next in staging, because like I said at the beginning of the top of the show, that this is going to be a new format, so we're just trying it, so please let us know how you feel about this. But yeah, so we're going to be wrapping up the show here in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. But wanted to tell you guys real quickly, in staging, we have another lightning sprint, Andrew Kudrowski, coming on April 22nd. My mind's still in February. I wish, because the car...
Burlington boy, I think.
Yeah, the K9. Yep. So we'll have him on in 2 weeks. And again, since there's no racing yet, we're still on the bi-weekly schedule. But yeah, so Jimmie, is there anyone that you would like to thank? I mean, we can thank Jack's Helmet Design for this awesome helmet.
Yeah. Thank Jax for that. Thank Nathan and Rouge Helmets, because obviously I won it.
Mm-hmm. With 19.
Yep. I stole it from you.
Yep, it's okay. I won money with 59, so I'm good.
So did Tim when he first walked in the door.
Oh.
No, my wife Chantel, my kids, for allowing me to hang out like on Monday nights with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you guys for allowing me to help you guys out with the cars and stuff. Gosh, there ain't too many people, I guess.
You can't think of them all.
Be there forever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, I don't have much to thank, so thank you for, like I said, allowing me to be here.
Oh yeah. Thank you for picking 19. It's a good number.
It is.
All right. Dustin, who'd you like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank you for having me on this lovely broadcast that you created.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
I'd like to thank, the fiance and the kids. I think they're watching live.
Woo-hoo.
I think they're still on there. I don't know.
Let's go.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And all my sponsors, Lofi Landscaping, Riverside Customs, KC Motorsports, Wise Guys Barbershop, like racing components for gearheads, and Ski Graphics, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Didn't even have it written down, just on the spot.
Oh,
boom.
Man.
That's how you know you're going to be in Victory Lane.
You gotta know something, right?
I mean, that's what they're paying us for, right?
Well, we are the entertainers, so
yeah.
Should be entertaining someone, right?
Oh yes, which you guys should we got some stuff coming up, which I will tell you. You'll see. You'll just see. Let's just say that. Let's drop a little teaser there. So we'd like to thank Next Gen.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just enough for them to be like, what's going on, really? Yeah. We'd like to thank Next Gen Pumps, Pullman Auto, RevTech Manufacturing, Rouge Helmets, Ashley Bree Photography, Painters Plus, Bain Nelson, Jack's Helmet Design, Pinnacle Media Productions, Daybreak Church, Mirror Image Coatings, Toro Tents, Hold My Beer, Bricks and Minifigs, and then special thanks to my beautiful wife Ashley, mom and dad, Big One fan Kyle, Maddie Schutzen, Dave Schutzen, and Elliot for all your help, and also Turbo IE. And then also my youngest brother Caleb. And Caleb, your secret word is monster truck. Monster truck. Yes. But yeah, so with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and stick around, or not stick around, but stay tuned, because we will be recording something here starting now with our guest I'm going to steal it from Tom Eller, the OG, because he is the OG, called After the Checker. So we're going to end the live, and then we're going to be recording just for Spotify, and then that will drop later this week or early next week with our guest here. So that should be fun. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this Monday. That was actually really nice. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Later.
And everything.
Yeah, that was a lot.